The Chapter of Time. 1. The meaning of time. Xiefeng. The time is a recorder of the motion of matters. Time rises from motion. There will be no time without the motion. The time exists within all the moving matters and is spread in all the material universe space. The time is antimatters. We can't see, touch, listen, measure, catch, seize, store, borrow, or debit the time. Time is intangible. It can be described but not depicted. The time only exists in the material world. There is no time in the anti-world, the negative universe, just like the thunder and lightning only existing in the clouds. If the sky is clear, there will be no thunder or lightning. The time is both positive and negative. The future time is positive and the past time is negative. The time is universal or specific. The universal feature applies to the whole while specific feature applies to the individual. We pick up 2 mature pears from the tree, and place one in the open air and the other in the fridge. 5 days later, the pear in the open air has rotten while the one in the fridge is still fresh. From the universal point of view of the time, these 2 pears both last 5 days, or 120 hours. But from the perspective of the specific feature of the time, 1 day for the pear in the open air is more than 24 hours while 1 day for the one in the fridge is less than 24 hours, or even 1 hour. Time is variable. In different spaces, time is different. The humans regulates that 1 rotation of the earth is a day and 1 revolving of the earth around the sun is a year. 1 revolving of the moon around the earth is a month, lunar calendar. 1 day contains 24 hours and each hour has 60 minutes. The regulations have given convenience to the human activities and the whole world can work and rest regularly in the same time system. The above calculation is made on the premise that the certain object on the earth remains still. For the objects in motion, the time is a variable. For instance, you take a spaceship and fly to the east. According to the traveling speed of the spaceship, you will spend less than 24 hours a day. The faster the speed is, the less the time you spend. If the spaceship has the same speed as the Earth rotation, 1 day has 24 hours for you. If the spaceship flies to the west and exceeds the speed of the Earth rotation, the 1 day of yours is more than 24 hours. If the 1 day of yours has 240 hours, it has 2,400 hours for the people living on the Earth. If you maintain the movement state, you will not feel the existence of time. 50 years later when you come back to the Earth, you will find your friends in childhood have all become elderly while you are still a young man. Different locations have different time. What we mean by New York time, Beijing time, London time, etc. account for the above statement. Different zones also have different time. The tropical and the frigid zones have different time. If one person is frozen in the ice, he will have unlimited time. If one man stays in an extremely thermal environment, his time will be shortened. Meanwhile, the time on the sea and the time on the mountain are also different. Different mass has different time. The greater the mass is, the longer life it will have, and vice versa. For the objects with the same size, the diamond has longer life than other stones, wood, and clouds. For the objects with the same mass, the larger they are, the shorter time they will have. The time of 1 kilo meat is shorter than that of 1 kilo stone. For the people with the same weight, the higher he is, the shorter time he will have. The time of the people living on the earth is longer than that of those living on the moon. For instance, a man who can live 80 years on the earth can only live 30 years on the moon. Different universe spaces have different time. The time on the moon is different from that on the earth. The time on the earth is different from that in the sun. The man who can live 100 years on the earth can live 1,000 years in the 1,000-year world and 30,000 years in the 10,000-year world. The main reason is that the Earth, the 1,000-year world planet and the 10,000-year world planet have different mass. The so-called 1 day in the heaven equals 1 year in the mortal world is because they are in different spaces. The time can be expanded or compressed. The higher speed the objects have, the more compressed the time will be, and vice versa. For instance, 2 people start from the same line and walk towards the same goal. He who walks faster will reach the goal. His time has been compressed. The other one just walks slowly, stopping at times, picking up gravels on the ground, touching the grass, saying hail to the bird and bye-bye to the cloud. He will reach the goal later. His time has been expanded. 2. The time of life. Because life is composed of matters, flesh body, and antimatters, spiritual body, the time has two meaning for the life, too. For the flesh body of the life, time is eternal. That is to say, the flesh body of the life will have the process of birth, growth, aging and death. No power can stop the process. The humans can't have the eternal time. But the spiritual body of the life is antimatter, which is not limited or constrained by the time and can cycle in the limitless space. For the flesh body, the time is vertical and composed of the past, present and the future. For the spiritual body, the time is horizontal. From either point of the life, the spiritual body can enter the horizontal time, going beyond life and death and entering the eternal timespace. In the virtual function image, x-axis represents the time attributes in the scope of matters while z-axis stands for the time attributes in the scope of antimatters. X-axis is vertical and the z-axis is horizontal. X-axis only travels in the space of the past, present and future. And the z-axis can get out of the constraint of the present in a short time and enter another space. So we can conclude that when a person dies, only his flesh body dies. The spiritual body of his life follows z-axis, at the time point of his death, entering another timespace and starting a new life in it.